let's start with the dancer. Talent is important, but your social skills are more important. You can have the most amazing dancer, but if you just cannot connect with that person, or you cannot communicate, or there's just attitude, that just doesn't matter. I'd much rather have a less talented dancer, but that I can work with, that I can have a good relationship. Because me as a choreographer or as a director, I literally have to fall in love with you while I'm creating something for you. I don't go into the studio already knowing what the piece is going to be, or with the steps written somewhere where you just have to take what I created and copy it. The creation moment is the most beautiful moment and the scariest moment. And having a relationship with a dancer that you can trust, that you know it's there for you, that is able to contribute without overstepping, that is the most important thing. Having a dancer that is able to be open-minded, that is inquisitive, but with there is both a blank skate, or do you say a blank slate?
Right.
There is both a blank slate, but also has artistic integrity. That is more important than how high your legs are, how many pirouettes you do, or how you jump. So, because I can adapt my choreography to the dancer that I have, I can, because again, the creation is not happening beforehand. It happens in the moment. So you see what works, what doesn't work, and the open communication is the most important thing. If I had to just have somebody that execute the steps that I give them, then I'm not interested, And then if there is no openness and love shared, then it's not, So for the dancer part, uh, a thank you, a yes, or let me try works way more than a big Grambatman at 180 degrees. So that is most important. As a teacher, uh, I mean, I hope that I have this, but I mean, I strive to be open to the class that I have. So to analyze what's happening in the class and be able to adapt, and not come in with a preconceived idea of what the class should be, but kind of monitoring and being able to veer course to be able to achieve the results that you're looking for, or what you're trying to achieve, and uh, understanding that maybe the people that are listening to you, that are there to take class with you, they might not understand what you're saying. So finding different ways to say things, or finding different visuals, different ideas, to different point of, or possibility of inspiring people with different words. I think that's really important, because that you might have all the best knowledge as a teacher, you might have the best experience, but if you're not able to communicate, then it doesn't go anywhere. Your class, as I approach the class, and I told you this at the beginning, I approach class as a performance. So my objective is to engage the people that I'm working with. And so the moment that I don't see the engagement, I need to be able to change tactics. And that I think is really important as a teacher, and to be successful as a teacher. I know I was not an incredible dancer. I was a good dancer, but definitely not Baryshnikov, not even close to it. And I am a decent choreographer. I think I create good choreography, structured well. But I do know that I'm a good teacher, because I know the result. I see what the dancers have done, and I see the transformation, and I see how they carry me in their future careers, carry what I taught them and the way that I teach them. So, I mean, that might seem, again, a little pretentious, but I know that I've changed the life of a lot of dancers. Uh, and I know that I saw the results. And as a choreographer, what you need is, I mean, I don't know what you need because I don't know if I mean, when I create, well, let's say this, there was the words of Michael Lutoff. As a choreographer, if you produce a lot, you create maybe a couple of masterpieces, some good work, and a lot of crap. You have to accept that a lot of crap, you just forget it. The decent work exists, and then you're happy that you've created a couple of masterpieces that maybe they stand the test of time, and that's what I'm looking for in a choreography. When I create something, I try to create something that is not even in pieces that are more socially, connected. Let's say like the piece "Bridges on Water" and I created, or the piece that we just created 2 years ago, "Blue Pencil," that had talk about censorship and all the stuff. We always try to create something that is not necessarily tied to what's happening right now, like with the news or CNN or whatever, but it's something that has a universal appeal that if you pick it up 10 years from now, it's still valid, it's still important. So we don't know if we've done that often, but that's what we try to do.